your fourth one, or your number four.
Great, great, okay. I assume that you've seen, and a lot of other people have seen, The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there's actually two films based on that same true story. Um, interestingly, interesting little parallel there. The other one is a German film called Requiem,
Yeah.
um, which I think, again, is a considerably stronger film. I rewatched Requiem before we did this, but I also looked again at Emily Rose, and it was interesting looking at them back to back
Mm-hmm.
because while I don't mind Emily Rose, it just comes off so much flatter, so much weaker um, compared to Requiem. Because the interesting thing about Requiem is, though it's about a girl who might be possessed,
Yeah.
it's absolutely not a horror film.
Okay.
Uh, it's a realistic drama about this girl because the other side of it is that she might just be epileptic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Emily Rose kind of makes that decision and says that she was possessed,
Mm-hmm.
for me anyway. And Requiem, the great thing about it is it doesn't decide that for you.
Okay. Is
It
it
kind of
is it left up to your own decision?
absolutely.
Okay. Very cool.
And the thing that really distinguishes it is the performance of Sandra Huller, who plays the Emily Rose role. She's called Michaela here. And she's a German stage actress. It was her first film, and it's just such an intense performance. Not in the same way that, with all those body contortions that you see Jennifer Carpenter doing
Yeah.
in Emily Rose, but just so sort of very rigorously real, both in the scenes where she might be possessed and in the scenes where she's just, being herself at university. And
Yeah.
as much as anything, it's about this religious girl kind of discovering herself at university. And the sort of effect that and the opinion that her family might be having on her, that might be it rather than possession or epilepsy or anything else.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really interesting film about sort of the way religion affects people as well. I think it's a fascinating piece of work, but it for me it just makes a mockery of the Oscars as well. The fact that Sandra Hüller, obviously wasn't nominated because, well, she's German, and English language performances generally get nominated at the Oscars, not
Yeah.
German language or anything like that. It's just a mockery. Helen Mirren won that year for The Queen, which is fine work in a TV movie, of course, but perfectly decent work. But you see this performance, and the idea that it wasn't up there is just ludicrous. It's just such a powerful, real piece of work. And the only award that she won was from my favourite film critic, Mark Kermode, who gave her Best Actress in the awards that he does for the Culture Show every year. But other than that, nothing, which is really sad. But yeah, all in all, Requiem, terrific film, great performances, and a really interesting take on the horror film.
Well, it
Because
sounds
it's a film with a horror story that isn't a horror
horror
film.
film. Well, I didn't really think Emily Rose was completely horror. It was just a mixture of different genres, really.
Well, it's got that courtroom drama thing
Yeah.
running through it, but I think it deals in it's got the special effects with the faces that Emily sees when she's possessed or epileptic or whatever.
Yeah. So this is like
And
straight drama with the
oh
same
yeah,
story.
absolutely. There's not a single digital effect in the whole
Well,
thing.
okay. Well, it sounds
Though it does still
interesting.
deal with those
Yeah.
issues.
Well, it sounds interesting. I think I might have to check it out.
I think you'll like it actually. I really do.
Well, I'll try and track it down at some stage and get back to you on that. So,
Cool.
Is there a rating that you want to give it, or just skip a rating?
Yeah, I mean that too was definitely a 5 out of 5 for me this time.
Okay.
It's a fantastic film. One of those that I'm not getting tired of, despite having watched it many times now.